Hello everyone, I'm Saurabh Srivastava here. Today I'm going to talk to you about Failing Forward book by John Maxwell Chapter 5, Finding the Exit of Failure Freeway. It starts with a quote, "The moment a question comes to your mind, see yourself mentally taking hold of it and disposing of it. In that moment is your choice made. Thus you learn to take the path to the right. Thus you learn to become the decider, not the vacillator. Thus you build character." uh, H. Van Anderson. That's a perfect way to start the chapter. It's a quote that talks about if any situation comes to you, you become the decider. You talk about it. You figure out what to do instead of letting it pass by. Be involved in the decision making about your life. And this is then chapter starts with the experiment on monkeys, how a bunch of bananas were put on pole, and researchers decided not to let any of the monkeys go there by throwing cold water on them and slowly replacing them. After few experiments, there were all the monkeys who never had been experienced that cold water thrown on them, but no one climbed to the pole to get the banana. Let's not become those kind of monkeys. Let's not become the failure. Uh, don't let failure make a monkey out of you. That's a good. If you always do what you are always done, then you will always get what you have always gotten. Very true. It all starts with a mess up. So sometimes in our life we do some certain things and we mess up things. It doesn't go as per our plan. But does that stop you from taking responsibility of the things that you are doing? Let's not do that. Even if it blows up, let's accept it. Don't waste energy trying to cover up failure. Learn from your failure and go on to next challenge. It's okay to fail. If you are not failing, you are not growing. H. Stanley Judd. Very true. For anything that we do, there are certain failures that happens, and we have to take them in stride and move on. Let's not become the person like this story here, where this guy kept making losses after losses and after losses, and ultimately his actions cost Barings $1.3 billion. He single-handedly put one of the oldest banks in world out of business. Let's not do that. Let's not keep making the same mistakes again. Too many people, when they make mistake, just keep stubbornly plowing ahead and end up repeating the same mistakes. I believe in the motto, try and try again. But the way I read it, it says, try, then stop and think, then try again. William Dean Singleton. That's perfect. Means you try something. If you fail, you evaluate what all you can change, and then change it and move on. That's how we have, as chapter says, find the exit of failure freeway. That will give us a chance to get the exit out of it. 90% of those who fail are not actually defeated. They simply quit. Let's not be a quitter. Let's not quit. If we are making the similar mistake, we have to start changing it. But to fail forward, you have got to wake up. So there is a difference between let's not keep repeating the same thing, and then here author is saying, but to fail forward, you have got to wake up. So if you are doing the same thing again and again, and if you are going in the same direction, then you have to make a change. You have to wake up and get off the freeway. If you are on freeway and you are just driving down, you have to some point you have to take the exit. So here there is a book by Protea Nelson. Autobiography in 5 short chapters, better than almost anything else. It describes the process of exiting the failure freeway. Chapter 1. I walk down the street, there is a deep hole in the sideway. I fall in, I am lost, I am helpless. It isn't my fault, it takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the street, there is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street, there is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it. It is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It's my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 3, the most important thing is it's his fault. He started recognizing that. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. And he made a mistake and made a change. And chapter 5, I walk down another street. We always have that choice. Success on any major scale requires you to accept responsibility. In the final analysis, the one quality that all success people have is the ability to take on responsibility. Michael Korda. Your most important ability is responsibility. So then author talks about a story about Chris Chandler of the NFL Atlanta Falcons and how he took the responsibility and changed his future. Another road to fame. Not everyone learns the lesson of accepting responsibility for her actions. One of the most unusual story I have ever encountered about someone is the failure freeway is Rosie Royce. So she ran a marathon and she was the fastest marathoner in Boston Marathon. But someone, when she was about to finish, someone came in and another woman came in and she crossed her and she became first. Everyone said, "Oh, how it can happen?" Because that woman, the one who crossed, she did not do. So Royce was Royce. Jacqueline Gary was the person who was the fastest runner in Boston Marathon. Rosie Royce was someone who stole that, and then she ended up getting recognized. So Rosie got caught, and then even after years, when Gary met her in Miami, she did not accept that she did something wrong, and this is what the conversation is. Gary recounted, I said, "Why did you do that in Boston?" And she said, "Oh, I did run it." So there's no way you are going to have a conversation with her. So nobody, you cannot make her feel because she did not take the responsibility of it. So you cannot make her feel that she did anything wrong. So fifth step, change your response to failure by accepting responsibility. That's a very important thing. We should take responsibility of all the actions that we make and we should accept it. With that, this chapter is done. We have covered 5 chapters and now this is the next section we are going to work on from tomorrow onwards. Do you mind changing your mind? I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.